Hello, Flosstube. Welcome to Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. My name is Denise, and this is my Flosstube channel about cross stitch and other crafts. Today is Thursday, October 12th, and I just got back from the Queen City Stitch Retreat. Although, I got back on Sunday, but, that's neither here nor there. I'm slow, and it takes me a while. So today's video is going to be mostly about the Queen City Stitch Retreat. I do expect that it's going to be a long video. So if you have your stitching nearby, I suggest you pick it up. Because I have a lot to show you. I have a lot to say. This was my very first ever retreat. I feel like the camera is crooked. Okay, I'm going to try to leave it. Yeah, there's a lot. I have notes, because I don't want to leave anything out. I'm sure I will, but I think having notes is going to make that less likely to happen. So the Queen City Stitch Retreat featured Mirabilia and Nora Corbett, and Nora Corbett actually came and spent the entire weekend with us, and let me just tell you, it was magical. It was magical. So I'm going to be giving you a complete rundown of my experience. I will put some photos and video at the end. And I'm also going to be announcing the giveaway winner for my last Flosstube at the end. Yeah, because it's probably it probably won't be until the beginning of next month when I do my next video. So before we continue, I want to thank you for watching, subscribing, and sharing my videos. I want to thank Maggie Kitschy Whips and Amy Fiber Arts Amy for their masterful work in putting all of this together for this retreat. Masterful is the best word I can think of to describe what they did to pull this retreat together. I want to give a special thank you and shout out to Allie of Allie Z is Crafting, whose presence I felt the entire time, and she was a big part of making me feel comfortable at the retreat, along with a lot of others, but I just want to make sure that I acknowledge the effort that Allie put into this retreat as well. Let's see. And of course, thank you to the amazing Nora Corbett for her time, her energy, and her talent. I am in awe. I'm in awe. I want to thank the person that donated their seat, which is what made it possible for me to attend this retreat. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I want to apologize in advance for anyone I forget to mention, for anyone whose name I mess up, or whose events I get twisted in my head. I want to apologize in advance. If that happens and it's you, please feel free to let me know in the comments that I messed it up, okay? I want to know. Okay. So from the time that I recorded my last video until the retreat, I did no stitching. So I was busily crocheting, gifts for my table mates, and that was successful. Everyone enjoyed their gift. I kind of meant to bring one in here, but I forgot. But if you watch other people's videos, you will see what that was. Let's see. Angel. I was very nervous about leaving Angel at home for the weekend. He's never been at home alone. He's never been without me since I got him. And I just wasn't sure how that was going to work. And at first, of course, you know, my daughter was very willing to come over once a day and feed him. But we honestly live on two completely different ends of town. My daughter works. She's got a daughter, you know, like she's got things to do. So I jokingly said to her, well, you know, Angel told me that he wants to do a sleepover. Well, they were so excited. Desiree and Maya were so excited about that idea. We decided, yep, that's what we were going to do. We were going to take him over there and let him spend the weekend with them and see how that all turned out. I will say that I arrived at the retreat on Thursday. Thursday night, Angel did not sleep, and he didn't let anyone else sleep, and he was loudly meowing the entire night. And the only thing my daughter could think of course, after hours and hours of this, was to play a video, one of my videos. And oh my gosh, it calmed him down a bit. So I thought that was brilliant thinking on her part. And I'm just like, I'm just so thrilled that it actually worked. Okay, so I arrived on Thursday, and Desiree and Maya dropped me off. Well, they didn't drop me off. They actually came in, and I thought that was kind of a good thing. And the first person that I saw was Sarah of Memphis, Sarah E. And we screamed and we squealed. And Sarah invited me to sit with her at her table, which I can't tell you how happy I am that that occurred. And so guys, I am not a vlogger, okay? But I had visions of myself like doing all of this recording while I was there, and yeah, that didn't happen. In fact, when I ran into Sarah by the elevator, she was coming, and I had set my phone to record, and all of that went out the window when I saw Sarah. It was amazing. And so once we got in the elevator, my Desiree said, well, who was that? And I said, Memphis Sarah E. And she was like, okay, so Sarah. I was like, yes, Sarah. It's Memphis Sarah E. Okay. So we went to the room, and I just basically set my stuff down and was ready to go back downstairs to see what was happening. And I took Desiree and Maya into the room, the stitching room, to see up close the brag table. Now, you must know that I have taught both of them to cross stitch. So each of them almost immediately found a pattern that they were totally in love with. And so, of course, Desiree told me, she saw the baker's wife. And she's like, oh my gosh, you have to stitch that. And then she's like, you know what? I think I want to stitch that. You know, I love it. Anytime I can get them to say that. Maya saw a chart. Geez, I can't remember the name of it. But she's like, I need that. I need that on my wall. So I'm like, that's wonderful. You can stitch that. And we went back and forth as she, continued to try to get me to say that I was going to stitch it. And so eventually she caved and she said, you know what, Grandma, if you buy me the stuff, I will stitch it. I consider that a win. Yay. Okay. So I'm going to be buying that as soon as I possibly can because she needs to stitch that. Okay. So it turns out that Sarah was at the infamous table 4. And I say infamous because if you watch anyone else's video that was at that table, you will understand what a freaking good time we had. It was totally amazing. Here is the best description of being at that table was for me. It was like being at a 3-day-long slumber party. We laughed until we cried, and our voices, my voice is now, I think, back to normal. We had such a great, there was snacks, there was stitching. It was just fantastic. I loved them all. And I'm so happy that I met all of them in person. And honestly, they're like, I love them. I absolutely love these human beings. I need to just tell you that. Especially if, you know, one of them should happen to say, I think Denise is stalking me. It's just because I love you. Okay, so I am going to put links to everyone that I mentioned in the description box below. I urge you to go check them out and follow them if you're not following them already. These ladies are phenomenal. Okay, so at my table 4 was Deb, Stitches of Heritage. I was so happy to meet her. We have interacted frequently on social media. We've attended Zooms together, and it was such a joy and a pleasure to finally meet her and put my hands on her. I can't begin to tell you. Then I met Lisa of Cross by Floss, who is just another fabulous woman. Sarah, Memphis Sarah E., who, again, I knew her through interacting on social media. So, yeah, I was screaming, as I mentioned. Jordan, the tattooed stitcher, was a joy to spend time with. Amber, Rogue Mama Stitcher, can't get enough, girl. And Bernadette, Burn Stitches. I looked at Bernadette and I'm like, I know you. I know you. And from there, everything just kept getting better and better. I'm at a slightly different angle. I'm still in my craft room at a slightly different angle because let me tell you, you can see some of the mess. There's stuff everywhere. My entire table is completely filled. And yeah, let's get this done. Let's see. The hotel was lovely. It was a courtyard, Marriott courtyard hotel. It was lovely. It was clean. The staff was great. My only personal issue was that the beds are soft, and I don't do well in a soft bed. I can remember when I used to be able to sleep anywhere. So I kind of woke up in the morning with a backache, but I was able to stretch that out. So that was entirely my only issue with the hotel. And I must tell you guys, I'm feeling these days like I've been living a sheltered life because I've never stayed in a hotel by myself before. And it was a great experience. It was a lovely experience. So, the brag table was a masterpiece all unto itself. People brought not one, not two. Of course, some people did. But there were some people who brought piles of finished mirrors and Noras. And I think that I went to peruse the brag table at least twice each day because it was that fantastic. It was that fantastic. I do have a bit of the brag table at the end of this video, but if you want to see like really good video of the brag table and such, please check out Memphis Sarah East video. She did a great job recording at the retreat, so go check her out. All right, so as I said, I arrived on Thursday, and the first thing I'm going to be reaching, everything is over here, okay? All right, so the first thing you got was your name tag. Name tags were all sat out on the table, and I did wear mine the entire time. This cute lanyard. I might have to adjust the light because I don't want everything to blow out. Can you even see the lanyard? All right. That was the first thing we got. And then when we got to our seat, we got this beautiful Queen City Stitch Retreat tote bag. Look at how big this bag is, guys. Yes, this was sitting there waiting for us. And it is, when I tell you it's full of goodies, it's full of goodies, okay? And I'm gonna share them. I'm gonna share them because I'm over the moon. So we got our retreat package that let us know the schedule of everything that was going on. Everything you need to do. In here is also a list of nearby stores and restaurants. There are free Mirabilia charts. There is a short bio on Nora Corbett. It's just chock full of information, and you knew what to do. You knew what to do at every moment. They also gave us a bunch of raffle tickets because there was a raffle on the last day, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. And we also received our exclusive retreat chart by Nora Corbett here, but I will insert a photo of one of the finished pieces here. So all of that was in our retreat package. Now, we also received this beautiful Queen City tumbler, Queen City Stitch Retreat tumbler, and it's got a sparkly straw, which is so exciting. And I haven't used mine yet, but goodness knows I will be using it now. I'm gonna sit that right there because I'm washing that and using it like ASAP. I was saving it to share with you. Okay. In the bag also is a notions pouch. But let's take a minute to admire the fabric that is printed with the Queen City Stitch Retreat logo. Okay? Who does that? Beautiful fabric on the back with the scissors and such. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Inside of this package is all of the fancy bits that you need to complete the retreat chart. So there is, and I know lots of people are laughing about the strength of this of this stitch marker, needle minder. And so here we are, the Queen City Stitch Retreat official needle minder. Okay. We also received a pair of floral scissors, because you need scissors, right? Okay. We also received, and I'm going to stop saying we also received in a minute. There was a waxer, and mine is a bee, which, how perfect is that? Because I am so into bees. Awesome. I, of course, have Flosstube nose right now. We received, stop. Okay, we got stitch markers with the water lilies, the 2 water lilies that we're going to need for the chart, and a bit of Krynic that we're going to need. All right. There's also more Krynic, and I checked, and yes, we need this in the pattern. We have the beads. The beads. The beads. And there is also a specially coated needle, not for stitching, but this is part of the finished product. If you notice that when I put the picture up of how it looks when it's done. So I think I covered everything that was in the notions pouch. We might get a visit from Angel. I don't know. He's mama's boy right now. Okay. So also in our tote bag is a gift from Krynic. This was, Krynic donated this to us. And it is a metallic thread color chart with another spool of Krynic. And I kind of think I like this color. And last but not least, is, I believe this is from Witchout. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. But it is Mirabilia Memos, which is assorted postcards of the various Mirabilia charts. And let me see. There's also a package of Mill Hill beads, assorted Mill Hill beads. And this is quite a sizable amount of beads. I'm really still trying to figure out what am I going to do with these beads. Now, the postcards, I'm noticing they don't all have the name on the back, and I'm not that adept at Mirabilia, being that Charlotte is the first Mirabilia I've ever stitched. So for the ones that I can see the name, I'll tell you what they are. And if they don't have a name, I'm sorry, I can't tell you what it is. So the first one is Fairy Moon. Then there's this one. And this one. And this one. And this one. I may go back at some point and actually put something, a label on the back so that I can know what they are. And here is Touching the Autumn Sky. This one is Bedtime Friends. How adorable is that? And this one is on Grandmother's Quilt. So freaking adorable. Adorable. So I truly appreciate that Richelle donated this to us. I'm just going to stick it back in the bag so that nothing gets lost. So if you'll be patient with me, that's what I like to do. All right. So that is everything that was in our tote bag, which I thought that was a lot. That was quite generous, and I am very pleased. Let's see what's next. Okay, so on Thursday we played a game that we actually were able to play it on our phone by scanning in a QR code that was on the table, and it was a lot of Mirabilia questions, like 10 Mirabilia questions. And if I'm not mistaken, we may have played this a couple of times. Even on, no, we probably only played it once on Thursday. And so that was a lot of fun. That was fun. Again, needless to say, because I have just recently entered the world of Mirabilia, I was nowhere near winning, but it was fun playing anyway. Let's see, I had dinner on Thursday night with some stitchers from the table next to us. They just sort of grabbed me. I was like, you want to go eat dinner? I'm like, sure. I love this atmosphere. I tell you, life should be like this all the way around. So I had dinner with Debbie, the Owl and Gator Stitcher, Anne from Anne Craft All the Things. Anne, can you make a video, please? That's all I'm going to say about that. And Susan from Criminally Creative, who celebrated her 55th birthday while we were at the retreat. And we helped and sang happy birthday to her over the weekend. And so that was a lot of fun. I also met, while there, okay, I met a lot of people. I met so many people. I can't remember who everyone is. I'm just going to mention a few. All right? I don't want to leave you out. I'm just going to mention a few. I met, in person, Janet Jabber. Okay? I love her. Love her. It was so good spending time with her. Love her. I met Kelly from Pages and Stitches. Kelly and I have interacted a lot on social media. And I made sure that I hugged Kelly every single day while we were there. Okay? I met Paula from Stitching in High Heels. Jeez. I'm linking all these people. I'm linking them all. You got to watch them all. I met Mindy Daigle. Mindy. What a joy. I had been on Zoom calls with Mindy, so I knew her in that way. But again, to be able to see you, touch you, feel you, it was amazing. And also, at the very end, I met Rachel of Licking Floss. Hold a second, guys. I had to get something to drink. I'm getting, itchy throat. And honestly, I feel like it's just fibers or what have you. Not to mention, haven't cleaned my house lately, so it could be that. Don't tell anybody. All right. So, as happens at lots of retreats, you receive table gifts. Sometimes you get gifts from your table mates, and sometimes you just get random gifts from people who are walking around giving things to you. So yeah, I mean, it was like a party. And at one point I even said, the next time I give a party, because I give parties all the time, the next time I give a party, if it's not like this, I'm not giving it. I'm not giving it. So let's talk about table gifts, shall we? Yes, we shall. So, these are from my, I think, table mates. I tried to keep everything separate in a bag because I get confused very easily. So, Deb at Stitches of Heritage had this huge thing of floss, and you could choose the color that you wanted. And so, of course, pink. And this is 776, DMC 776. This is Deb's card. And here's the floss that I chose. Love it. Next was Lisa at Cross by Floss, who gave us this cute little package, which has a zipper pull, a nail file, a floss brush, stickers. Like, really? That was cute. I love it. Thank you, Lisa. Right? Lisa also handed us this pretty gold package. I was like, oh, fancy. Oh, so fancy. And inside is it's like a small clothespin of a maple leaf, because Lisa is from Canada. See how it's a clothespin on the back? Cute. And she gave us this beautiful thing here. Will you look at this? A work of art, and it's needle minders. Framed needle minders. This is beautiful. It's brilliant. You can sit it like a portrait. Wow. Thanks, Lisa. It's gorgeous. I love it so much. I love it so much. And then, give me a sec. Because I refuse to have a worse tornado going in this room than there is now. So, Memphis Sarah E. Sarah gave us this beautiful scissor fob on a floss drop. Beautiful. And it's got 2023, a 2023 charm. And she had tons of these. She was giving these out. They were like beautiful. She made them all by hand. And there she is, Memphis Sarah E. Thank you, Sarah. Gosh, excuse me, guys. I don't know what's going on, but I'm choosing to worry about that later. All right, let me put all of these back in here. And I'm going to move on to the other gifts that were given. And just know that some of them identified who they were from and others did not. And I think that was absolutely fine. So, one of the things that we got, I think we all agreed that this was absolutely brilliant. And it was this Queen City 2023 needle book. She stitched this for everyone. Put it on this beautiful Tula pink fabric. Okay. Inside is a pin with a crown charm. And this was done by Patty at Peppermint Cottage on Instagram. And let me tell you guys, I used this while I was there because I didn't have an Ort container. So I used it for my Orts. And I was very pleased with it. Thank you for that. Okay, what else? I'm just going to take them out randomly. Okay, Stitchy Pros was going around with needle minders. I never think I have enough needle minders, and I just never think to buy them. So I feel like I'm set for a while, and that's making me happy. So I got this Mickey one and this ice cream popsicle one. And these, as I said, are from Stitchy Pros. Thank you so much. I love them. Love them a lot. Also, let's see. We've got needle minders sticking together here like crazy. Okay. Susan from Criminally Creative gave us this cute needle minder. As you can see, I think I have the back of another needle minder. I'm going to sit it there so I can find the front. And so that's a cute knit. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Also, let's see. I have another Stitchy Pros needle minder. How could I forget? Buzz Lightyear. I love him so much. I love him so much. I feel like it was Allie from Allie's East Crafting, but I could be wrong. But someone was going around giving away these old maid cards that were made into floss drops. You know, I love a good floss drop made out of a playing card. So these are adorable. There's another one here, and I'm not at all sure where that came from, but I love it just the same. Janet Jabber gave out these brilliant rings that she made, and they have a crown on them. And what you do is you slip this on your finger, especially when you're beading your mirror, and you put your beads on here, and this way you simply scoop your beads up from here and stitch. You scoop your bead and stitch. Janet, this is brilliant. It worked. She called it an experiment. And I think your experiment worked. It's amazing. I love it. So that's that. What else do we have? Stickers. Yeah. It's so funny how I have needle minders sticking to everything. Okay, and so from Stitch and Shorty, this beautiful collection of floss drops with some floss bling and a charm. Right? Love it. Thank you. Criminally Creative. Again, Susan gave us these floss drops. And it's the 2023 Senior Tour 55 in celebration of her 55th birthday. And I love it. I love it. Thank you, Susan. What else do we have? We have another floss wand. Yes. Someone... Okay, let me see if I can get this straight. Oh my gosh. Everything is sticking together. It's my fault. Completely my fault. I'm not sure whose brilliant mind came up with this. Oh, I see. Hold on. Hold on. Let's get all the little magnets together, guys. Are you looking at the top of my head? Don't do that. Okay. Look at this cute needle minder. It is a fishy in a bag. And so this is like your stitching pet. It is adorable. I love it so much. I love it so much. I hope you guys can see that clearly because I love it so much. And then Susan Schaefer from Colorado, who was at table 11, and they were rowdy as I don't know what. I'm so happy to have met them. Gave us this beautiful needle minder, which is a beautiful crown. It's gorgeous. I love it. And so, guys, I'm going to say that was quite a feat because at one point I was, every time I got a needle minder, I was stitching on Charlotte most of the time. And every time I got a needle minder, I just took it off and put it on my project because I just wanted to look at them while I was stitching. So then I had to take them all off before I came home so that I could pack my project and so that I could show them all to you guys. So this is just stuff that people were giving out walking around. Like, really? How amazing is that? How amazing is that? Ah, I feel like I dropped something. It's okay. It'll be there. It'll be there. I don't think Angel's going to get it or anything. Okay, what is next? All right, so of course there was a freebie table. And I kept going back, checking the freebie table to see if there was anything that I was interested in. And I actually found a few things. Oh, before I tell you about that, I'm so sorry. I have to show you the project bag that Kelly of Pages and Stitches made for me. I love this bag so much. And here it is. I want you to see the whole entire thing. It is gorgeous. It is big. I believe she said it'll hold an 11 by 11 Q-snap, which I think it does. And that's what I mainly use when I use Q-snaps. It's got this beautiful scissor pull on it that she made, which is always, always, always going to remind me of her because of this mushroom. Kelly loves mushrooms. And the fact that it is a fully fabric bag. We talked about this at one point, that it is a fully fabric bag with a top zipper. I love it. And here is the inside. And I'm going to put my retreat piece in here. That's where it's going to live. So I have all of the retreat goodness all together. And you guys know, like, that retreat piece is, as far as I'm concerned, it's completely kitted. I do have one little thing I'll tell you about in a second, but I think it's completely kitted. And so if you know me, you know, I cannot have a completely kitted project without starting it. So I got to start it. I thought about starting it at the retreat before I went. That was kind of my idea. Oh, I'm going to start this at the retreat. There was no way that I was going to be able to start a project at a retreat, at this retreat in particular, because I was just having way too much fun. And for me, I think, like, starting a project, sometimes it takes a bit of concentration because you don't want to mess up. You don't want to get it in the wrong place on your fabric, the whole 9 yards. You got to do some counting. I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm too busy having fun. Kelly, thank you so much for my bag. I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. So now we're going to talk about what I got from the freebie table. And so I thought this one was cute. This is called, it just looks like it's called Ballerina. I don't know anything else. And I thought this was cute because I don't know if I told you guys yet. You do know that my daughter, Desiree, is expecting. I don't know if I told you that she's having a girl. And she did reveal that she's having a girl. And so I think we talk daily about what the theme for the nursery is going to be. And so as of the time that I was at the retreat, she was thinking ballerinas. As far as I know from talking to her earlier today, it's probably not going to be ballerinas. But I just need you to know that every time she changes the theme of the nursery, I then try to find a chart. So, yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. So I got this from the freebie table. I also got this Lizzie Kate pamphlet. It's called It's a Girl Thing. It's so appropriate for my life. So appropriate for my life. It's because it's always like we spend so much time together. Me, Desiree, Maya, and now the new baby. It's a girl thing. And the charts say love to shop, drama queen, it's expensive to be me, and it's a girl thing. Perfect. It's perfection. Perfection. I needed that in my life. And I picked this up. It's called Welcomes Aplenty 2, which implies that there's a Welcomes Aplenty 1. And of course I got this because I have started a welcome wall. And of course I didn't realize until I got back to my room that these are basically all the same chart. But I do appreciate the way it highlights different ideas. It's got different little motifs that you can add. So I do think that I could do a lot with this to add to my welcome wall. And I also picked up Garden Collectibles, which is this. I thought this was really, really, really pretty. And I especially like this one because of that cute little bunny. So yeah, that was all on the freebie table. So I'm really happy about those things. The vendors that we had at the retreat were Shiva Designs with her project bags, which I am feeling very good about myself that I did not indulge. And also Grace Notes Fabrics, who brought fabric, charts, notions, accessories. I'm missing something from the freebie table. We'll find it. I got something else from the freebie table, but I don't know where it got to now. We'll find it later. Yeah. And Corinne and John were a joy. The line at the Grace Notes table was really long for a really long time. And so I knew I didn't want to deal with that. So I just waited. I said, you know what? I'm just going to wait. And if there's something for me there, it'll be there when I get there. So, when you made a purchase, you got this beautiful tote bag, a beautiful Grace Notes tote bag, which of course I doubly love because it's pink. All right, as you can see, I have quite a few things in here. Okay, what did I get? Okay, so first of all, I pre-ordered the specially dyed for us retreat fabric, which is a fat quarter of Lugana, and it's called Nora. And it's 32 count. A 32 count. Look at that. That is beautiful. And let me just tell you what I'm thinking of doing with this. I think I'm going to put the retreat project on this. That's what I think I'm going to do with it. I think it's beautiful. And I have to say, again, if you've been watching, you know that I don't gravitate towards hand-dyed fabric. But let me just say that I love the subtle modeling in Grace Notes fabrics. I may have to get into like a fabric of the month or something because I am blown away. I absolutely love the modeling in these fabrics. So it's like just right for me. So I pre-ordered that, picked that up, and it was so sweet. I totally forgot that I pre-ordered it. And yeah, Corinne said, didn't you order? I was like, oh yeah, I did. Okay. And also, I also ordered the DMC thread pack for the retreat piece. So, like I said, I'm gonna do a floss toss to make sure that I want to use this fabric and to make sure that I don't want to change anything. But as I said, as far as I'm concerned, it's kitted. It's kitted and it gets started. All right. At the very, very end, Corinne was coming around handing out these ornament pieces. I got Blackberry Latte. I have no idea what the count is. Pretty sure it's linen. And I love it. She was just giving those out. Then I got some notions because I have been needing desperately a tail end weaver. She had it right there, so I was able to grab it. And I needed some size 26 bow and needles, and she had those there too. They had those there too. So I also picked up a Mira pattern, which, like, I love this. I love this chart so much, and it's called Red. by Nora Corbett, of course, red. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. And so I also, I found a fabric that I wanted to do it on, to stitch it on, but I couldn't find 32 count Lugana, which is what I wanted to stitch it on. And so it's so funny how gracious and helpful everyone is. They're like, what are you looking for? And these are just other stitches of, well, what are you looking for? And I'm like, I'm looking for this, but I want it in a 32 count Lugana. And so, wow, her name just went out of my head. Amber found, it was Amber and Bernadette, I do believe, found the 32 count linen in the color that I wanted, which is called Amanda. It is pink. It is beautiful. I'm going to move this bag because I really want you to see this. It is just, I love it so much. I love it. But again, guys, it's linen. I don't stitch on linen. I've never stitched on linen. I have no, prior to this retreat, I had no desire to try to learn to stitch on linen because I'm really happy with my Lugana. That's great. Thank you guys for that. But they handed me the linen. They're like, okay. Here's a couple of things. They're like, if you're stitching 1/1 on 25 count, you could do this. I don't have an LNS. There's no LNS here in Charlotte. I have to go way too far to get to it. I was able to, because of the fact that I was able to hold this in my hands, touch it, feel it, look at it so very closely, I said, well, you know, I think I can stitch on this. And I'm going to. I'm going to. And so I am going to stitch red. I'm going to stitch red on pink. And I truly believe I'm going to love every moment of it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put red in a project bag with the fabric. I'm going to start kitting her. And of course, again, as you know, as soon as she's kitted, I'm going to start her. I also found a couple of other pieces of fabric. Okay. Let me just tell you how some stitchers had sense enough to say, well, you know, I don't really need a fat half. Can you cut this into a fat quarter for me? And they were quite obliging. So I have a fat half of Amanda. I also have a fat half of Frosted Lemonade, 32 count Lugana. Can I tell you guys, I looked at this fabric all weekend long. You know how you do, you know, you're like, well, maybe someone else will get it and then I don't have to get it. Maybe somebody else will snatch it up and then I can just feel sorry for myself because I didn't get it when I saw it. You know, that whole routine. Guys, I looked at it all weekend and I love it and I finally got it. I love it so much. Frosted Lemonade. Then I also, this is funny, when I got home, I looked in the bag and I was like, where did that come from? You silly goose, you bought that. It's a fat half of 32 count Lugana in the color Trent, which I also, dare I say, I love it. I don't don't have any plans for these other two fabrics, but I know that I need them. I need them in my stash because I know that I need to stitch things on them. So that was all of my investments from Grace Notes Fabrics. Now, let's see. On Friday, this was mostly on Thursday. On Friday, sorry, I got distracted. Okay, on Friday, there were more giveaways. We got to have a meet and greet with Nora Corbett, who was graciously signing up to 2 items for you. I got my retreat chart signed. She took photos with us. It was just, she chatted with us, and she freely did so. She was like really into asking people about themselves. It was really good. It was really, really good. And so I will, of course, as I said, I will add those pictures at the end of the video. We did more giveaways. We played the game, the Mirabilia game, on the phone again. It was magical. Now, I can't really remember my meals in order, but I do know that at one point we went to Kava, which the ladies are calling it's like a Greek Chipotle. It was so good. It was really a lot of food. It was messy. I kind of like my food a little bit messy. Because that means it's not dry, right? Okay, so yeah, I think I had a spicy chicken pita. It was so good. Of course, I couldn't finish it. But I must say that, okay, so that was most of my table mates that went to that dinner. And I must say that because of the conversations that we had at dinner that night, I feel totally bonded to them. Totally bonded to them. We actually talked about things other than cross stitch, and yeah, I feel like we bonded on a different level that night. So again, thank you, ladies. I know one day we went to First Watch, which was it's like a breakfast place. We went there, but it wasn't for breakfast. And now I can't remember whether it was for lunch or for dinner. So there you go. But I ordered Eggs Benedict, which I love. I'm obsessed with Eggs Benedict. And I must say, it was not the best. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't the best. And we also all got a chance to sample the $1 Million Bacon, which was great. I also got a side of grits, which I also didn't love because there was this extra flavor, kind of like lemony, I think, that I couldn't identify. So again, it wasn't horrible, but I wouldn't say that it was great. And you know, at this stage, guys, I'm just gonna go off on a slight little tangent. At this point in time, you know, I get really disappointed when I go to a place and I come away feeling like it was okay. Food is really, really expensive, especially when you eat out. And I'm looking for a whole experience. Maybe that's my first mistake. But I want the food to be more than okay. So, I mean, they can't please everybody. I get that. But that was that. We also ate lunch one day. Memphis Sarah ordered out from Chicken Salad Chick. It was so good, so filling. It was great. Also, the first night that I went to dinner with the adjacent table, we went to a place called, it was Duckworth's Grill. Now, Duckworth's is not in the retreat package. So I'm not sure who found it, but I have passed by Duckworth's several times, and I had never gone in. I will say I didn't really realize that it was like a grill type situation, which is not a bad thing. I just thought it was like fancier food. I'll put it that way. And I did order like a sort of fancy burger. I don't even remember what kind of burger it was, but it was done great. It was a great burger. The French fries were good. I had I believe it was a strawberry jalapeno margarita. Delicious. And then I ordered a piece of, it was strawberry shortcake cheesecake. And I ordered that to go because I'm like, this is what I'm snacking on tonight. Well, goodness knows I got back to my room and I had no fork. And I was not, I already had my pajamas on. I was like, I'm not about to start, wandering all over the hotel looking for a fork. So I just saved it for the next night. And and of course, whenever I went out, I made sure I got a fork. So I had a couple of forks at that point in time, but it was delicious. So I may go back there at some point, to eat again. It was really, really, really good. I do want to say that at one point during the retreat, and I don't remember whether it was Maggie or Amy, but someone announced, which I appreciated. I appreciated this announcement so much. They said, we're not your mother, but drink water, take a break and get some rest, and don't forget to eat. I love that they took the time to make that announcement because, sometimes you get in the groove and you just don't think about it. I personally don't think I drank enough water, although I was trying to. But yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult because you're having so much fun. So when you go to your next retreat or your first retreat, I will tell you the same thing. Remember to drink water, take a break, to take a rest, and don't forget to eat. It was awesome. Thank you guys for telling us that. All right, so Saturday comes and there were even more giveaways. There was a Q&A with Nora Corbett that brought me to tears. And there is a video. And I think the video was posted by Needleberry Stitcher. I will double check on that and add it to the description below because you need to see that. It was very heartwarming. I appreciate the way she opened herself up to us. And she just said a lot of very heartwarming, touching things. She talked about her process. She talked about her life. There are several moments that I want to tell you guys about, but the one that I think I'm still in awe of is that when she creates these designs, she does this sketch work, she charts them by hand and then sends them off. She acknowledged that Yeah, she's got a computer. And yes, she probably should learn at some point to do that on the computer. But that there's something about her doing the charting with her hand and then we stitch it with our hand that just means so much to her. And that means so much to me as well. I absolutely love it. Please do go check out that video if you are interested in hearing more about Nora Corbett. Okay, then there was the notions exchange. Okay, the notions exchange. So I went to, my table was called. We went to the back of the room, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And I was like, okay, just pick the thing that stands out to you. And what stood out to me was this beautiful red and white polka dot bag, okay? Because a Minnie Mouse. I'm like, that's my bag. That's my bag. I'm getting that one. I'm getting it. That's my bag. Wait until you see what's in here. This absolutely blow you away project bag. Look at the fabric on this bag. I love this bag so much. I just, stay with me, guys. I love it so much. It's got a beautiful, look at the interior of its beehive. You guys know I love bees. I love bees. Look at the zipper pull. Look at the bee at the end of the zipper pull. I'm like, this is perfect. This was made for me. How did I happen to choose a bag that was made for me? I was over the moon, just eyeing this bag and touching it, and I'm just so excited. And I'm opening, let me show you the card that was inside. Beautiful. See, I'm gonna cry now because the card is peonies, and peonies are my favorite flower. How does this happen? How does it happen? I don't understand how it happens. It's from Nora White. Thank you, Nora. So, I'm sitting there just admiring this bag. And Bernadette says to me, is that all that's in that bag? It's an awfully big bag to just have that project bag in it. I'm like, oh no, this is perfect. It's wonderful. I am happy. This is enough. Nora comes over and she says, well, do you like your gift? And I tell her, this is the most beautiful project bag. And I tell her the whole story about how it was made for me. And she says, there's other things in the bag. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I was totally satisfied with the project bag. So, in case you don't know, this was a notions exchange as opposed to a smalls exchange. We did a notions exchange. So, in there was a pair of scissors, a absolutely beautiful counting pen. Look at that. Another beautiful floss wand. And a whole pack of thread drops. All wrapped nicely in tissue, tied with DMC. Excuse me, guys. Over the moon. She's like, there's another package. I'm like, are you kidding me? Stop playing with my emotions. Stop playing with my emotions. So, in this next little packet, see, I kept some of the DMC, and I'm like, what color is that DMC? I need to know. The next package has some Stitchers lotion, which I haven't used this brand, but I have used Stitchers lotion, and I love it because I get drier than dry. And then there is a Bowen. You can see the thing? Bowen. That's my favorite needle. There's a Bowen needle puller. Who doesn't need a needle puller? At this point, I'm just giggling. I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that you gave me that you put all of these things in the bag. And she's like, I feel funny sitting here watching you open your package, but I just want to make sure you got everything. And she's like, okay, so there's another package. She's like, it's small. So I go digging. And I find the small package. Okay. In that small package is the most perfect needle minder for me that anyone could ever give me. Look at that. It is a jeweled crown, and the jewel is black. Do you see this? I will treasure this forever. Forever. I love it. This was meant for me. It was meant for me. Thank you so much, Nora. This was meant for me. Thank you. So that was my notions exchange. I hope you guys are getting some kind of an idea of how excited and happy I am that I was able to attend this retreat. It was magical. It was magical every moment. Every moment of the retreat was magical. Okay, they provided a photo booth free of charge for us. And they called us by tables to get our photos taken. And here is the infamous table number 4. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. This is going to go, I have a bulletin board over my table. This is going on the bulletin board because I never want to forget these people's faces. I never want to forget them. And hopefully, well, I never want to forget them. And when I talk to them, I can just look up and see the picture. What else happened? There's so much to happen. We played more games. There were more giveaways. And then they got to the raffle. Now, as I pointed out, they gave us raffle tickets in our retreat package, but we also had the opportunity to purchase more raffle tickets. And the items, they were giving away items that were donated so graciously by so many people. There was the whole table. The table spanned the entire center of the room with boxes in which you can put your raffle tickets. There was some of everything there, including a custom-made project bag that was embroidered with the Queen City logo. There was Lady of the Flag. There were like sets of things. So for example, the 12 things of Christmas. You had a set of the 9 reindeer and sled. Like, really? So, of course, we wanted everything. Did I show you? Okay, not yet. Okay, I'll show you that. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay. So, of course, everybody had their favorites. We wanted to win. And one of the best parts of the whole raffle is that the entire proceeds from the raffle was going to the Charlotte Mecklenburg Animal Care and Control. That is where I got my angel from. So the fact that the proceeds were going to help care for animals just made us all the more crazy. And so in the 3 days that we were there, we raised $5,200 for the Charlotte Mecklenburg Animal Care and Control. It is amazing. It's amazing that we did this. It's amazing. So, we also on Saturday were able to participate in group pictures. We had one photo of everyone who is working on Charlotte in any capacity. So I was in that one. And then we took a picture of everyone. I cannot wait. Those pictures have not yet been published. I cannot wait to see those pictures. It was just so magical. I want to take a minute here to give a special thanks to all of the people and companies that made donations to help make this retreat what it was. Every single person that was there won at least one item, which is amazing. There was over 140 people. Every single person there won at least one item. Some people won multiple items, but everyone won at least one item. And I just thought that was amazing. Let me show you what I won. There was one part where at some of the giveaways, they were just randomly choosing names. Okay? I believe your name was assigned a number that, was just their sort of thing. And so they were just randomly calling names and you won stuff. And so I won this beautiful chart, Deco Spirits. Look at this. I love this so much. And I hope that you could see it clearly because it is absolutely beautiful. And so my plan for this, although I am going to have to look at it more closely. My plan for this is to stitch it on 25 count 1/1. I don't know how that's going to work out with any fractional stitches. So as I said, I'm going to have to really think about that. And I will also, I'm so sorry. I will also let you know that Maggie just started a mini mirror group on Facebook today. Anyone could join the group. And that the focus of that is for anyone who is stitching or wants to stitch or wants more information about stitching a Mirabilia on a higher count fabric. There were several of those there on the brag table, which, if I haven't said it yet, the brag table, okay, so we were in a ballroom, okay? The brag table, they had to keep bringing in brag tables. So it turns out that the brag table spanned the entire width of the room. Piles of mirrors. Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so there's a new group. I have joined the group. I'm thinking about stitching this 1/1 on 25 count. So feel free. Anybody can join that group. Anybody can join that group. And I love it so much. I also won because at one point they were just asking random questions. And then if you answered, you got a prize. And so one of the questions was, were you expecting a baby in your life? You're going to be a new grandma, a new mom, whatever. Of course, I raised my hand as high as I could. And I won newborn joy. And yes, there is a chart for either a pink blanket or a blue blanket. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I took a photo of it and I sent it to Desiree. And I'm like, look what I just won, because you're having a baby. And she was like, I love it. So those are the two things that I won, and I'm extremely happy with them. Let's see, what else? What else do we have? I'm just going to show you briefly, or not. Wow. That's pretty amazing, guys. It's back here. What I stitched on at the retreat, which, you know, it was not a lot of stitching. I wasn't expecting to do a lot of stitching, and so I didn't do a lot of stitching. But y'all know that I've been stitching on Charlotte, and I just want to show you where I am. I don't have a before picture or anything like that. I did get a couple of strands in over the couple of days that I was stitching on her. Let's do it this way. I am at the bottom of the first page. I just have a few more stitches, as we say, few more, to put in to go ahead and complete that page. And then I'm going to go over here and do the small amount that is the rest of her knees. Yes. Before I continue down. Stitching this on 32 count Cecil by Seraphim Hand Dye Fabrics, using all of the call for floss, and I did my own hair and skin conversion, and I love her, and I love that this was my introduction to Mirabilia, and that it has turned into one of the most amazing times in my life. I then didn't want to stitch on that anymore. So I think Saturday it was that I pulled out Haunted Halloween. Haunted Halloween by Fat Quarter Shop, and that's what it's gonna look like when it's done, because, you know, bat, you know, cat, you know, Halloween. And so I can't say that it was an actual goal that I had, but I'm so happy to say that I finished the bat, and I love him. I love him. I'm stitching this on 14 count Pistachio Ada by Fiber on a Whim. So I was very happy with the fact that I finished that while I was there at the retreat. Because I really haven't done a lot of stitching, guys, and I'm so anxious to get back to just putting my head down and just stitching like a maniac. I'm so anxious to get back to that. But you know, life. You gotta do life, right? Okay. Now I'm going to announce the giveaway winners from my last video. Because as I said, I don't believe I'll be back with my next Flosstube video until the beginning of November. So I don't want to keep people waiting. So I just thought I'd cram it all in here. So I'm giving away a copy of the PDF of the Black Belt Sampler by Marumi Designs, and if I can, I will insert a photo here of what it looks like. And the winner of that PDF is Kenzie at Mud Puppy Stitchery. Congratulations, Kenzie. Please get in touch with me by email, or you can DM me on Instagram. Either way, designmorris1@gmail.com, which is also in the description box below. I'm also giving away one PDF from Miriam's Etsy shop, Marumi Designs. And the person that won that was Dawn at Enchanting Stitching. Congratulations, Dawn. Please get in touch with me and I will go ahead and give your email address to Miriam and we can figure out what you want and all that. I also was giving away Cornelius, the chicken, and the needle minder. Let me go for it, guys. Sorry. Told you everything was all over the place, but it's all right. It's all good. We love it here. Okay. Cornelius the chicken and the Chicken Club needle minder. And that goes to Kitmar 1667. Congratulations. Please get in touch with me by email at designmorris1@gmail.com. And I will get this into the mail to you as soon as possible. Also, I was giving away a winter bundle, which consists of the January stackables and the Be Mine Simply Signs pattern. Believe it or not, guys, winter and all that is upon us, okay? And the winner of those, that package, bundle, whatever, is Kelly at Don't Run With Scissors. Congratulations, Kelly. Get in touch with me and I'll mail this out to you. So those were the giveaways from last time. I'm not going to be able to give anything away this time because my life is totally scattered at this moment. I have to get control of myself. I gotta get hold of myself here. I can't believe it's Thursday already and I'm still not there. And so what are my plans coming up? First of all, for all of you who celebrate Halloween, I wish you the happiest, scariest, funnest Halloween ever. I am going to, I'm planning to post my next video the beginning of November. I showed you the things that I'm thinking about starting. And so I just want to end by saying, until next time, don't forget to have fun and enjoy your life. Bye, guys. Hey guys, so today it's Thursday. No, It's Friday, and I did not film a thing since I got here because there's just so much excitement going on. But I'm leaving the room right now, and I am gonna go downstairs and drop off my things on the freebie table, try to get some more coffee. I had a little bit of coffee. Try to get some more coffee and drop off my, what is this? My exchange gift. So I'll be back.
know you're gonna scratch the crap out of me if I do it that way.
Oh!
Gonna bite the shit out of me in a minute. Ah! Damn it, almost had it. Angel, because we have to go. Your mommy's waiting for us. You understand that? We love you, but your mommy is waiting. You gotta go. Don't you want to see your mommy again? No? You don't want to see her again? You don't want to see your mommy again? Is this going back home?
He don't understand what you're saying.
You gotta go bye-bye. I really hate it in here, but this is how it has to be. I'm sorry. Well, not one more time. We do this thing, regardless of if you want to be in it or not. Sorry for you. But this is how it's gonna have to be. Oh, shimmy, shake. Put your hand in there. Come on. Come on. Stop it, Angel. Stop. Stop. Finally. Jeez.